Hi, someone I don't know, exciting. My name is Jo Palmer. I am the founder of Pointer Remote Roles, and we are a job matching platform that connects business with talent that works remotely from anywhere in Australia. If you've got good internet connection and strong phone service, then you can work either from home or a co-working space or from a cafe. So, with today's crowd, I don't really need to talk a huge amount about the perks of working remotely or employing people remotely. There's a lower cost per chair when you've got someone that works remotely for you. There's a reduced staff turnover because the people that are working for you actually have a work-life balance. And you have improved diversity because remote work doesn't discriminate, and you can have people that live anywhere from any race, ethnicity, physical or mental disabilities. It's a real leveler for all sorts of diversity in your business. But today, and it is a proven fact, McKinsey and Co did some research into this, and they've said the more diverse your business is, it is more profitable. And in some businesses up to 33% more profitable if you've got a really diverse employee base in your business. But today is the 15th of October, which is the International Day for Rural Women. And so, being a rural woman myself, you can actually see me here last month getting my crown that I get to wear for a whole 12 months, which is, I am the 2019 national winner of the AgriFutures Rural Women's Award for the work that we have been doing around remote work and what that looks like for regional Australia. Thank you. So what I thought today was, because we are, like I said, I don't need to preach to the converted about the benefits of remote work, but what I thought I would highlight today is 3 key reasons why on the 15th of October that you should possibly consider that your next hire that you make is a rural woman. So, why employ a rural woman? Okay, the first hot tip when you go to employ a rural woman is that you are bringing not only that person into your business, but you are bringing geographic diversity into your business. So I touched briefly on how remote work is a real leveler for diversity in your business, and geographic diversity is something that I'll speak briefly on today. So, hands up if you run a company. Is your company a national company? Do you have anyone that has actually left metropolitan Sydney or Melbourne that works in your business? Fabulous. Well, when you are looking at employing someone into your business that is running nationally, it is a really interesting concept of hiring someone that lives in a rural area, because 1/3 of the population of Australia lives there. So if you're running a national company and you don't have someone that has some experience with rural Australia working in your business, you're really missing out on that opportunity to understand how rural people shop, how they act, how they function as a potential customer or client of yours. I like this quote. If you don't have someone with a diverse viewpoint in your business, then you very likely don't have your finger on the pulse of a demographic group. So I think when you are thinking about the geographic diversity in your business that you can get from employing a rural woman, that you can really be capitalising on what that means for sales in your business. These candidates and potential employees of yours are highly educated and skilled and experienced. And I've been saying this for a long time. I started Pointer because I had a really big network of very clever girlfriends who had left corporate careers and had married farmers and were spending a lot of their time either not working or having babies to fill the time because they literally couldn't access meaningful work in their community. And I've been saying, because I knew so many of these people, that they're really clever, they're very educated, they've been working in amazing jobs prior to moving to a regional area, or they were living there originally themselves but are highly skilled. But we did some internal surveys with the help of the Regional Australia Institute, and we got some really cool data on the candidates that we have registered looking for work with us. This one was just an absolute mind blower for me because I'd been saying how clever and educated they were, but this is some of the statistics of the people that we've got literally looking for work at the moment. If you can't see up close, the yellow is a minimum of a bachelor's degree, and that big green chunk there of 33.1% are candidates on our platform that have got postgraduate training. So it's a very experienced and skilled workforce that we've got living out in the bush. We also did a bit of a look at where they've spent a lot of their career, and giving you a quick run over this, that these professionals not only are highly skilled, but they've actually had lots of experience in the workplace. And so coming up to that senior executive level, you can see a good chunk of our candidates have spent 10 to 15 plus years in those executive roles. And this one I found was the biggest buzz for me, is that I find that I spend a lot of my time advocating for thinking about hiring regionally in a remote position as being a cost saver, but I never say that on salary. So you make your savings in your staff turnover is lower because your employees aren't sitting in traffic and wanting to pull their hair out and then quitting their job and moving somewhere else. And they're more productive because they're actually having a work-life balance. So don't come to a platform like Pointer looking to engage with remote employees from the bush expecting to pay them less in salary, because these are the salary expectations that they've got there. So that's very much something that I like to encourage businesses to think before they look at hiring remotely. And the third thing that I would be very amiss of me not to mention about the perks of hiring a rural woman for your next remote employee is that the support that actually gives to rural communities. So as I said, remote work is a leveller for diversity, but remote work does really amazing things in rural Australia. And I know metro-based businesses and people, humans, quite often have a helpless feeling around the dry weather or extreme weather events that happen and seem to really hit hard in regional areas. And they think, how can I actually do something to help? Or can I buy a bale? Can I sponsor a child? Can you do things like this? A really amazing thing that you can do to really impact rural communities is give someone a job. The average salary in Australia at the moment is $83,000 a year. So if you think about what that looks like going into a rural community, the mind boggles at the impact that that has on other local businesses, the ability for that family to drought-proof their community, their family business, and it means they get to stay living in the town. They can keep their kids in the schools. They can be on the local committee at the basketball club or a basketball team. So there is also major advantages of putting rural people into work by really giving them the opportunity to improve mental health outcomes. When you're working, you're using your brain, you're contributing, you are actually doing things that are making life for yourself personally better, for your family and for your community. And it really gives the opportunity for that individual to really impact their local community on how to drought and disaster proof themselves. Just a little highlight of these. So we're stimulating local economies, mental health outcomes are improved, and communities can help to drought proof themselves. And I wanted to finish on this last statistic, which I love pulling out anytime there's a microphone in front of me. If 6% more women were participating in the workforce, Australia's GDP would be around $25 billion higher. So I would love you to think about your own organisation, and the next hire that you go to make, I would love for you not only to consider it to be remote, but to, when you're looking through those candidates, to consider employing a rural woman. Thank you very much.